Good morning, everyone. I about missed starting the video on time. I was like a whole 7 seconds late. Good grief. Good morning, Scott, Ed, Drummer. Thank you guys for being here this early. I have got lots of stuff to talk about today. I don't think today is going to be a hard day to talk about knives. I've got quite a bit to talk about. Let's see. We always start this the same way. So, good morning, Pete. So let's talk about what I carried last night first and see what y'all are carrying today. Turn off the email. Turn on the camera. Okay, are we zoomed up or did I lower the camera? I think we're zoomed up maybe. No, we're not zoomed up. So I must have lowered the camera. We need the full canvas today. We got some stuff to do. All right. So, last night, as you can see, there's a theme going on the table. I ended up busting out all of my clones that I wanted to sell of my Spydercos yesterday, and I sold 16 within a couple of hours and got rid of everything I wanted to. I started by sending a message to William, and he asked, and then I waited a couple of hours for a response from him, and I didn't get one. So I had ended up selling one of the ones when he finally did respond. By that time, I had sold one of the ones he was interested in, but I still had one of the ones he was interested in. So I kept that one for him. But that doesn't tell y'all what I carried last night, which is what I'm supposed to do first. So last night I carried one of my OK Shamans, which is one of the ones I kept. And these ones with the ball bearings are something else. They're one of the best value knives. If you've never held a Spyderco, I would suggest you buy one of these $28 Shamans from OK Knives. They've got bearings unlike the original. They're butter smooth. They got great lockup. They offer them in all kinds of different styles. And I think some of them might even be cheaper. Good morning, Sever7. Cheaper than $28. Yes, sir, Sever7. I sure can. Just give me a few minutes. I'll get to it, though, for sure. So I had this in my front pocket, and it was sharp as a laser. Like, sharp as a laser. Great action. Feels great. Makes a good noise. So I had that in the front pocket. This, a guy sent me with a knife. I told him to throw it in. He was selling a bunch of these on his ad. And I asked him to throw one in for the heck of it. And he did. And I almost threw away the box yesterday. But I felt something heavy in it. So I went to grab it. And there was one of these in there. And it's very comfortable, actually. It would do lots of damage. It would probably hurt a man, especially with my 285 pounds behind it. 6'4". I imagine I could probably hurt a man with that. I imagine I could probably hurt a man without it. Anyway, I about threw that away yesterday. And then in my back pocket, I had this, which is a special edition OK Knives did of the Sage 5 in piss color. PEI, whatever you want to call it. And this is a great knife. So there was a reason I kept some knives of my clones. And this is one of them. This lightweight, Sage 5 lightweight, is a great little knife. Excellent little knife. It's so nice that, I don't know, the ergos on it are perfect. I can get 4 fingers on it even as little of a knife it is, without even using this front choil. And with the front choil, I mean, this is a comfortable knife, super comfortable. So they sell these on OK Knives too. This was a limited run. He only did a certain number of these yellow ones, but they got Sage 5s on there. So I had that in the back pocket. Then these all sold. These were the last ones I had left. They all sold to one guy. I gave these people a heck of a deal. I think I sold him all 7 of these for $70, $10 a piece. So that's why I got rid of them all pretty much, because I priced them at half price again, what I paid, just to kind of get rid of them. I've got a bunch of boxes here. I've got to figure out, these are all the boxes, the fake boxes. Some of them are different colors, pretty crazy. But these are all the ones that have actual numbers and labels on them, as you can see. So I tried to match up the ones that had labels. And then I've got a bunch of just like generic boxes with no labels on them down here too. But anyway, I got to find the boxes for these 7, whether it's a label or without a label. And then I wanted to talk about why I kept the ones I kept. So I only kept a few. This is the one that William wanted, the Military 2 in camo. And so I kept it for him. The action is great on it. Good morning, TC. This is a big knife, if you haven't seen the Military's 2s. And since I believe he's in the military or teaches for the military, I think this would be a great knife for him. So I'm going to give him a heck of a deal on it if he wants it. So that is the 16th knife that I really didn't sell because I'm hoping William wants it. Somebody asked me, multiple people asked me about it, but I didn't sell it because William had shown interest in it. So hopefully he'll get it, or I'll post it again. But anyway, today I'm probably going to post all my Benchmade clones that I don't want. But I kept a few. I kept the matching micarta in black PM3 on bearings that matches the Shaman. It's a lighter shade of brown, but I love the action on it. I've still got my titanium ones. I haven't decided which one of those I want to sell yet, but the action on this one's butter too. Lockup's good. Great little beater knife. Can't beat it. Micarta. So I kept that one. Then I kept one of the OK branded PM2s with their square hole, which is their copy of the PM2. I kept one of them. I had a clear one that I did sell with the square hole, but I kept this one too just because I like the patterning on it. I like the fact that it's an OK knife, and I bought like 90 knives from them, so I want to kind of rep one of them at least with their name on it that he actually made. I mean, he didn't do much design work on it. He just copied a PM2 and put a square hole in it, but anyway, it is what it is. So I kept that one. And then I kept the Caribbean Salt. I don't know why I kept this one, other than I kind of like it. It's different looking. It's got a different blade shape. It's very comfortable. The scales are really grippy. It's got good action too. The Chinese don't like to make knives with just washers, so they put bearings in just about all these. And it makes the action a little better than the real Spydercos. Of course, they'll wear out sooner, but I don't mind replacing bearings. So I kept that one too. That's the Caribbean one. And then last but not least, and I'm glad I did this, I kept my real Tenacious, which is one of the first knives I bought on Knife Swap. I think I got it for like $50 or something, and I wanted a real Spyderco. And I did something probably shouldn't do, is I ordered one from Amazon and then returned the one I bought off Knife Swap in the box and kept the brand new one. But they both were basically the same thing. I don't know. I shouldn't have done that, but I did. I feel bad about it. We've all done that at times. But I got this one because it's a great little utility knife. It's the Tenacious, and it's in the full Spidey edge with this full serration. So this is a heck of a work knife. Like if you want to cut some rope or anything you need to cut. Yeah, Pete, I thought you might get a kick out of that. But I'm not like so stupid. I'm not so underhanded that I would take one of these fake ones and do that. It was a real one. And they resell them anyway. They sell them in lots, but I didn't like rip somebody off. They got a real one. And I don't know why I did that, because the one I got was in decent shape. I think the reason I did it is because I thought if I did that, I would get one with better action. And these just don't have drop shut action. So I didn't really do anything. I didn't solve anything, and I didn't really screw anything because they both had the same action. But you got to shake the hell out of this knife to get it to close because it's on washers. I mean, I'm literally shaking it to death. And that was all just hypotheticals. That wasn't actually a real story. I was just kidding. I was talking about what some people might do. But yeah, I kept that one because it's a real Spyderco. And the only reason I got this one, like I said, fully serrated, is because if you're going to go serrated, you might as well go fully instead of half serrated. And it's the only serrated knife I have besides my half serrated Mannix, which I bought because of the scales, and I'm going to sell it. So it's the only serrated knife I have. But it's a cool little like utility work knife, and they're cheap. So yeah, I can't get to my cases right now, Sever 7. You'll have to give me a minute. I got to move some stuff. I've got a bunch of boxes, but I will get the Duke out. In fact, I think I put it somewhere else. It might be behind me. No, it's not. But yeah, we got some things to go over too. And I got a bunch to talk about this morning. I bought a sheet of aluminum to use next week in the darkening in my beaker. I needed a new cathode. So I bought a sheet of aluminum to bend and to put in the new beaker to do the, I looked up what metals are best. And aluminum or titanium. Oh, it is on my desktop. Oh my God. I knew it was somewhere close. Sorry, Sever. Good grief. Yeah, here it is. Look, I found it. I can't see behind those boxes from where I'm sitting, so I couldn't see it. The angle that I'm at, I couldn't see over there to that corner. Like I can't see the Vosteed either. So yes, this is the Cretes Duke. Super cool little knife. Got great action. Front flipper. The blade has got the shape you like, Sever 7. Size wise, I can get 4 fingers on it, even though it's a small knife. Right to the end of the. It's about as close as I want to be on a little knife. But you can move up here. It's got a real good finger choil up here. Got that nice swedge on the back. It's a good looking knife. And it's got butter action. Like, I don't know if you can see, but like it just wants to close. I don't have to sling it at all. It's not exactly like drop shut, but it's pretty close. Yeah, the choil is a little bigger than normal, but I like the way they flattened it out. It's not deep. If it was deep inset, it would look weirder. But the fact that it kind of flows with the lines, I like it. I like the lines on it because it doesn't have a flipper too. But I like how they just did a gentle on that choil instead of going deep in with it. So it's a little big, but it's a cool looking knife. A clip. I'm not sure. I haven't carried this one, so I'm not sure if your pants. It might be one of those cases where the clip and the lock bar relief kind of cause your pants to get caught up in there. So I'm not totally positive about that. Some of them do, some of them don't. It's kind of hard to tell by looking at it whether they do. I could grab something and try to. Let me just put it in my pocket and see what I. Oh yeah, it's not bad at all. It comes right out. It's actually pretty good going in and out. Y'all have to trust me on that, but I could show you. But it'll go. I've got dress pants on, but they're pretty thick. Probably as thick as some of y'all's blue jeans. They're cotton dress pants, not like thin ones. But yeah, it goes in and out good. The clip works great. Front flipper works good. It sticks out a little far for me. Reverse flick on it, not the greatest. It's more of a thumb flick and a front flipper. Reverse flick, you can't get your finger. It's right up against the scales. There's not any room to get down there. You can, but it's not comfortable at all to do that. I'm sorry I didn't see that over there hiding. Which brings me to my contender. Good morning, keep it scale, stupid. My contender for knife of the year, as far as buy goes, so far this year, and that is a Ray Laconico design. And first let me show y'all what Pete did yesterday after watching the video. So Pete took his knife and refinished it. He had a little Berg's blade, and look how nice that looks with those lines in it. So he went and got some paper, and he followed Ed's advice, not mine. And he clamped down a little board, put some sandpaper on it, some WD-40, some 400, some 120, and refinished his knife. Did a great job. Good job, Pete. So yeah, that was super cool to see he did that yesterday. He was kind of the inspiration for me asking all that yesterday. He had asked, and if y'all ever want to see something on a video, don't hesitate to ask me, because I'm happy to show you something. So anyway, my vote for knife of the year so far is this Ray Laconico design from Monterey Bay Knives. It's called the Sabertooth. And right now, it is on sale for the unbelievably low price with S90V steel for $140 for a 4-inch blade Ray Laconico design knife, full titanium, S90V, 8.5 inches overall. Awesome fuller that connects to the blade hole. Front flipper looks great closed. It doesn't look like a Ray Laconico design, which I'm not mad about. I don't know what's up with that color. Is that a prototype? Yeah. So they show all the renderings of it. Super cool knife. I guess that's a 3D printed prototype, which is super cool. It comes with all the extra hardware. It comes with a full set, a pivot, all the bearings, spacers, screws, everything, for $140. So if you're a Ray Laconico fan and you like the look of that knife, go grab one, because they sell out pretty quick. They've been in stock a couple of times. And I bought one for sure. So yeah, that's a great deal on a knife. And Big Red EDC did a review on it about a month ago, and he loved it too. He was flicking off the Fuller, um, but I posted a picture. It's like I said, it's not a typical Ray Laconico design. His designs are more streamlined usually. So you can see in this picture right here that the top one is the Rosalinda from Monterey Bay Knives, and that's more his normal style. But I love the bottom one. I love the finger choils on it. I love the shape of the handle. And the blade I like, and it will grow on me. And I'm sure once I have it in hand, I will like it more. It's kind of a little different than I'm used to with Ray. And look at the cool thing TC did. Oh, look at the knives Nick carried last night. That's a Riot that's like 1 of 20. And the Poikilo, but he carried a TSF by Jason Clark, 1 of 15 in the U.S. And this is the one TC did showed yesterday, where he sculpted some lines in it to look like a a sunburst or a comet kind of look. So that's a super cool look. So that's super cool. Gotta love that. He also figured out, I don't know if he used mustard or coffee or whatever, but he figured out how to put some San Mai lines on the blade. Oh yeah, and Scott did a hand rub on his scales. We might have shown that yesterday, but maybe not. No, I think. Oh yeah, I commented on it yesterday. But he did a hand rub on his brass scales on his. So 2 people yesterday took the video and felt comfortable about doing a hand rub on it. And they both turned out excellent. So I'm super happy about that. Next, I had a couple of things. Oh yeah. Have y'all seen this Mundus Knives out of Kentucky? The knife that holds a gun shell. Melissa Backwoods had a video on it yesterday. I contacted them last night because they're in Kentucky to see if they could send me one to review. But it holds a bullet in it, and you ask why. That's a beautiful knife, though. It reminds me of a Riot, kind of a T1000, but it's got where you can put a bullet in the knife and cock it, and then eject the shell. And there's a cool video. Let's go. I'll show you the video really quick of Melissa Backwoods. She was singing a song actually to it. So Melissa Backwoods Mundus videos. Well, let's just go to her YouTube and we will find it. It's probably I think it's one of her recent shorts. Yep, it's her latest short. Hold on. I got to get the sound on so y'all can hear what she's doing. Pretty funny.
Doot doot, we got a knife. Doot doot doot, we got a knife with ammo. Get your bullet, put it in the chamber, push it down and load it up. I don't know why, but it's pretty damn cool. Oh, you may ask why, but I ask why not. Doot doot doot, we got a knife with ammo. Get your bullet, put it in the chamber, push it down and load it up. I don't know why, but it's pretty damn cool. You may ask why, but I ask why not. Doot doot doot, we got a knife with ammo. Get your bullet, put it in the chamber, push it down and load it up. I don't know why, but it's pretty damn cool. You may ask why, but I ask why not.
All right. So you may ask why, and she asked why not. I kind of agree with her. Why not? Yeah, they probably passed it around. It's probably getting passed because Mundus said they're out of stock right now, and it's going to take them 6 months to make more. They're probably going to send me one to review in 6 months, but I want a new version by then. So that was cool. See what else I had. I had a link. Urban EDC had some knives I was curious what y'all thought of. This is one of them. The flipper tab has to go, but if the flipper tab was gone, I bet Sever 7 likes it. What do y'all think of that knife, minus the flipper tab? I don't think I could deal with that flipper tab. That's one of those ones that looks ridiculous. Yeah, it is a decent deal for Urban EDC. And closed, it doesn't look as skinny as it does open, but that flipper tab has just got to go. And then they offer it in another variety, which I kind of liked. Might have liked it better, actually. It's the same price, but I think it might look better with the stonewash blade and the rock texture. Cool looking little knife to me. Not really totally my style, but. And then they had. I was curious if y'all thought I should buy this knife. Some of you may say yes, some of you may say no. If the guy sells it, I'll be buying it. If he sells it at all. It's a Matsi Lynx Magna Cut. This one is harder to find. It's the gold matter, dark matter, carbon fiber version. But I got to tell him by the end of the day whether I want to buy it or not. And he doesn't know if he really wants to sell it or not. So regardless of when he gets rid of it, I'll probably own it whenever he does get rid of it. But I checked and they have it on Urban EDC, the plain stonewash version. And it is $397 for the plain version on here. And I really like the looks of it. Pete, to get a bead blaster set up, so all you need to have is a compressor, and then you can go on Facebook and find some of the cabinets, and then it just takes a little gun. It's not that expensive, but at Harbor Freight, the cabinet, they sell a little 30-pound or 50-pound. Hold on. They sell this 50-pound portable kit for $40. This is not what I have. But this one holds all the stuff in it. You just hook up your compressor to it. And you lose all your media. So you have to have a way of collecting your media. So that's where you buy the cabinets. I have a cabinet. Hold on. But they sell one, I think it's around $200 for the cabinet. It's sandblast. I think they'll have it listed under sandblasting cabinet. Yeah, Harbor Freight. They have one that sits on the floor that's like $200, $230. But all you need is that and the gun and a compressor. So it's not too awful expensive. And of course, you can make one of these yourself really easy. Good morning, Ron Crow. But yeah, so if you go to Facebook Marketplace, they sell them. A lot of people will sell used ones, and there's no reason to buy a new one because you're going to be blasting stuff in it anyway. As long as the glove holes are cool, you should be cool. And then that company, Urban EDC, is also selling a pretty good price on that Hobbit that we looked at from that Tennessee Custom Guys company with the milled blades. We've looked at the Hobbit on the drop. It'll probably be on the drop again when we go to look at it here in a minute. But they got it for $7.99. I believe it was closer to $1,000. And then what do y'all think of this miso? This is another knife I've been wanting to ask y'all about and have forgotten. Compound hollow grind. It's got that grind that I like. It's got the nice straight lines that I like. What do y'all think of that knife? Yeah, you can get a tabletop version too, Pete. You don't have to get one with the legs on it. So, blasting cabinet. So they make ones like this on Amazon that sit on the table. They're $180. So yeah, all you gotta have. This comes with the nozzles and everything, the gun and the nozzles. Build it yourself. So yeah, they have those too. Not a fan of the miso. Yeah, it's got some straight lines on it for sure. It's almost too straight, the handle. The blade's awesome. If they would have done a little more to the handle, I like that blade. I like the thumb stud. I like the no flipper. I like everything about the blade part. But I'm kind of torn on the handle. They need some more contouring or something. It kind of looks plain closed and open. A little too plain. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the price on that. I didn't mention the price that I can get that links for. So you saw the plain Jane one was $379. There's one on eBay of this version for $495, but he'll let me get it for $275 because that's what he paid for it. And he said it doesn't look like anybody's cut or carried on it. That's just a smudge on the blade there with his finger. There's There's no scratches on it anywhere. But I think $275 is a decent price for it, considering the plain Jane ones are $379. I don't know that I just, y'all know how I feel about carbon fiber, so I'm kind of stuck on whether I want to find a plain Jane one or just kind of wait. But yeah, once I get the cabinet up and going this week, y'all can send me stuff to blast. I might charge you, a little bit for electricity, but $10 or something or whatever. But we'll figure it out. Let's see. Now we need to get to the drop, I guess. I had a few more things to talk about, but we can get to those later. Well, I want to show one more thing before we get to the drop, and that's this video. Oh, hold on.
Never intended to be used like this, but with a 60,000 psi water jet, you can do things that otherwise wouldn't be possible. Each of them
These are knives that aren't supposed to exist.
You'll enjoy. Let's get started with the obsidian knife.
A few years ago, we made the world's sharpest knife out of obsidian, which is basically nature's glass and can be sharpened up to 500 times sharper than steel. We're going to remake an obsidian blade on our water jet and compare it to a scalpel underneath a microscope and see how their cut qualities stack up against each other. So we have this big chunk of obsidian here. I'm thinking the best plan is to cut right along here and get a chunk off, and then we can cut at another angle to get the shape of a knife blade. Does that sound good, Nate? So in the first video, they tried sharpening it, and it didn't really work because it's obsidian. So we brought someone in that knows a thing or two about making knives. This is... Oh, hey. Hey, Nate. How's it going?
Doing good.
All right. Glad to have you here.
Looking forward to seeing what we're going to do with this.
So we're going to do this first cut and then cut it at an angle to make it
This is a long video, so we're not going to watch the whole thing, but...
Behind the... Try it.
I must say, knife, but easier to shape into...
Thought seeing a cool water jet cut obsidian, make a blade out of it, would be pretty cool.
There we go. That's looking good. How annoying would a quarter-inch tang be?
I mean, not much more annoying than a sharpened tang.
So here's our jerry-rigged setup here. Water jet's straight, blades at an angle, should give us the right cut.
Thought y'all would like seeing this.
This piece looks pretty good, the main part. So I think we're in business if we just rotate it and do the same thing on the other side. Okay, big reveal. That is pretty.
The amount of light you can see through the blade, that's really fun. It's the traditional native way of making obsidian blades right here.
Yes.
I think the Mayans pioneered this technique. Yeah, they mastered the water jet for sure.
They would blow really hard through bamboo shoots.
Oh wow, look at that.
It's like a tiger.
You can even see the serrations on it.
All right,
Blade chipping.
let's go through.
How quick that process is. Clearly grinding right through that.
This is all willingly one. Oh, tiny. That, I could be wrong. I'm sure there's images on the internet. Cucumber. That was really thick under a obsidian blade.
Y'all can go look up this video.
Tomato test and a
Knives that shouldn't exist.
And a weird looking cheese stick. Oh, look at that.
Doesn't look the sharpest.
That's like butter. See how thin of a slice we can get. Not very thin. Not very thin.
And your knife is 1/4 of an inch thick. That's not bad. I have seen worse tomato slicing with more expensive knives.
Now we see a contract with Subway. Slice their tomatoes for them. Sell them obsidian knives.
This works so much better than I thought it would.
Tiny.
I actually really enjoy it. You can see just a little bit of the tomato through
Oh, that
the
little
knife
straight
before
razor
you
looking
start
one.
Cutting.
Pretty cool.
The saw.
All right.
A knife.
So we got that one.
Actually
Let's
cuts
see what-
well too, but it wasn't as straightforward as you might think. Let's go back in time to when I had a perm and a mumbling problem. Straight is a bit of a stubborn material. So what if we use something that has actual metal? This meteorite knife is one of my favorites. Not only did it turn out really well, but it actually cuts well too. But it wasn't as
meteorite.
Doesn't have any other knife. But this video that Alex Steele already run through it. So maybe.
So anyway, I don't know how much. This is a long video. I didn't realize it was this long. So I apologize. But
there's an entire mountain made of granite
these
right here in
these
Salt Lake
knives
City.
weren't meant to exist. Might be a cool video to go back and watch. We'll just kind of
tip off or
I'm gonna look at
crystal knife.
really cool look.
Pretty wild looking knives.
Yeah, that's dream. Nice and easy.
And if you like knives, you like knives, so it's kind of interesting. All right, so on to the drop point. Knives. These knives weren't meant to exist by the Waterjet channel. In case you want to watch it. Morning, Be Shady. So let's see what we got this week. 17th. All right, we got QSP. All right. Let's look at the abalone. Spear point. Is this a... I'm guessing it's a slip joint. We can look at the back of it again and tell. Yes, looks like a slip joint. So that is a... They have quite a few versions of it. Wow. A ton of versions of it. I actually like some of these. Okay, the chaser. So it starts with the green right here. The green dark matter. Then we got the blue dark matter. Orange dark matter. Purple dark matter. We're going to look at the purple since it seems to be a channel color. Yeah, I like that patterning on it. I'm just not a slip joint guy, but if I was going to get one, that's a great price. $145, pretty knife. S90V. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Kaiser has a new Militao, you said? Okay, so they got the red, copper, gold. They got the glow. Huh. Yeah, that glow. Oh, they're showing how it looks in the... That's cool. That picture's cool, how they showed half of it in the black light or ultraviolet light and half of it not. So that's what it looks like normally. Then when you get it under ultraviolet or UV light or black light, it looks like that. Well, that's pretty cool. It's a knife you bust out at the rave. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. They have the jigged one and the saw cut. Let's look at those. I don't like that jigged pattern. Maybe I like the saw cut better. Yeah. I believe I like that one better. But with a knife like that, I probably wouldn't go full titanium. I would get one of these crazy. I wouldn't get one of these plain patterns. I would get one of the, maybe the blue or the purple. Might even get that. I don't know. I like that glow one. It's the same price, so it would just look like regular carbon fiber most of the time. Mother of pearl. Well, let's hop over to Kaiser. Mother of pearl Militol Instagram. Yeah, that's not it. This is a long time ago. Aha, M390. There we go. About time they make some new inlays. They should make them where you can remove them like the Flatanium Factor. You can just swap them out. All right. Berg Blades has got a mini Sweeney. Full bead blast titanium. Magna cut. Beautiful knife. Can't go wrong with that knife. Clean lines. Nick, yeah, I know it charges up, but UV light charges it instantly. In fact, if you've never messed around with UV light and stuff that glows, it's pretty wild how it takes it from 0 to 100 just instantly, because when it uses the sun, it's got to pull the UV rays out of the sun in order to charge stuff that glows. Not sure if y'all knew that, but that's why some lights work better than others. But like my watch right here, for example, I've got a curing light to cure electronic circuit boards, and it's a UV light, and doesn't work with that charger because that's a high power one. And dang it, I can't. Okay, yeah, it'll reach barely. But yeah, this is for setting on the circuit boards to cure UV resin, solder mask and stuff. But it's just a UV light. But you can hit something that's got lume or glow, and it charges it up instantly, like to full brightness. I don't know if y'all can see that lume. Yeah, you can see it. But anything that glows, a UV light will charge it up instantly, because that's what it's pulling out of the regular light. It pulls out the UV rays to charge stuff. So even though this is in full bright light here, you can still see that lume. But because it's a UV light, pretty wild. If y'all didn't know that. Another useless fact for the day. So that's why when you try to like charge up something like using a cell phone light, it doesn't work good because they don't have much UV coming out of that little LED. All right, let me put that to the side. Back to the drop. Mini Sweeney. What's next? Schwartz Knives, Overland Sport, black and white version. Okay, why is this not in the fixed blade section? It's not a folding knife, is it? Nope. It wouldn't come with the sheath if it was. NCC Knives Ragnarok. Oh, that's got a good blade on it. Let's see, which version do we like the best? Y'all know me. Let's go with the plain. Man, milled blade. Milled handles. That's a pretty sexy knife. It's got a sexy price too. Yeah, you can't beat that price on that Sabertooth, Pete. The last knife that I bought at that price was when I bought my Beyond EDC Terramundi River Wolf. So, Terramundi River Wolf Knife Joy. So they had it on sale right here. There's the Nightmare Edition. They don't, yeah, that knife that I've showed y'all that I put a thumb stud in and took the flipper tab off, it was normally $300, as you can see there at the top. And it's M390 blade steel. And Knife Joy had it on sale for $139.99. And that was the last one that I felt I was getting a heck of a deal on a knife, was that one before I bought that. And as soon as I saw that Ray Laconico, good morning, folks. And the Sabertooth blade reminds me a lot of the Annex. Yeah, I think I love the Sabertooth. Great value, though. Yeah, the V4 is the one we looked at. The Mach was the one. It's an auto. The button. It's a cool knife too. It's I don't know. There's something about it. It looks kind of weird to me. I like the blade shape, but again, the handles. You know, it looks better than, they got a little bit more sculpting on it than that Miso or whatever we're looking at, but I don't like the blade. I don't like the handles or the price. Lerman Custom Knives. The Emerald. All right. Going for auction. So good luck on that one. No telling what that'll sell for. I've been good, Mr. Dobbins. How have you been, sir? All right. Kingsford Knives. Tiny titanium. I didn't even see what the last word was. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. That's the ultimate mini knife for my collection. That's pretty wild. Look at the little hand hammered. Look at the stop pin that he hammered in. Stop pin and a pivot. That's all you need. It's a pretty crazy little thing. I like the blade shape. I like the shape of the whole knife. It's pretty cool. Oh, it's all good, Ron Dobbins. Yes, folks, that is a beast of a knife right there. All right, Templar knife, the Squire, a razor out the front. Okay, what am I looking at? Release for the razor. Razor out the front. Pete, there you go. There's your new out the front razor. Kind of a weird looking little thing. With the ergos on it, I bet it works pretty good as a carpet knife, box cutter. Oh, they go in the end. That's why it's shaped kind of that way. It's a weird little thing. Yeah, aren't most OTFs dual action, Nick? Not very few are single action anymore. All right, Ron Crow. I'll have to check you out tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow evening. Tomorrow afternoon. Oh, announcement. I should have done this at the beginning of the video. If you haven't paid attention to anything I've said so far, pay attention to this. Schedule change tomorrow. Starts tomorrow. So you remember how I said that I was going to do summer hours on the weekends? Well, tomorrow starts that. So tomorrow morning we won't start until 9 a.m. So it'll be 9 a.m. to like 11 a.m. or whatever. I've got Scott from the guy that makes the list on Instagram for the live videos. I've sent him a message to update my summer hours, and I'm going to make a post today with a picture saying it so you won't forget. But Saturdays and Sundays is going to be 9 a.m. instead of 8 a.m. for the remainder of the summer until the fall. So that'll give you a little bit more sleep-in time. And Saturdays and Sundays, people don't show up until a little ways in anyway. So I think that'll work out good for everybody, including myself. So don't be alarmed tomorrow if you're here at 8 a.m. and I'm not here yet. We'll be here at 9. TC Blades, yes sir. I can help you out really quick. Go to Knife Parts. Knife Parts is a real easy place. Knife Kits, sorry. Knifekits.com. If you need to get some in the U.S. and get them now, go to knifekits.com. Their shipping kind of sucks, so I would place a bigger order. But you can get any kind of screws you want. A lot of knives use 256. But they have metric as well. But you'd be surprised how many knives use 256. So you can get all you want there. A real easy place. There's another place too that has them. But knifekits.com is a pretty easy one. Trying to think of, I think Alpha Knives, no, USA Knife Maker, I believe is the other one that I've used before that seems pretty good. But Knife Kits, USA Knife Maker. And then if you know what size you need, so they make these little tiny screw thread pitch gauge. They make these little gauges or these little cards that you can buy and they sell them on Amazon, and they have all the little tiny threads. So you can buy one of these cards and you can tell whether it's an M2, a M2.5, or whether it's a number 1 half inch all the way and they got these cards for imperial and metric, but these, make sure you get the metal ones. This one looks like it's made out of plastic and they suck. You got to get the metal ones because the plastic ones will allow you to screw in any screw that you want to screw into one of those holes. Even if it's too small, it'll start threading in because it's plastic. So this one's made out of plastic, but they make metal ones. So right here are some metal ones, I believe. Looks like Home Depot has them. But these work really good to try to find out what size screws you need. Why did that just pop up? Oh, it wants to know my location. No thanks. So yeah, right here. But some of these don't go down small enough. But they make small ones too. But they're called thread pitch gauges. So you can get these little cards. They make some old ones, but they're called thread pitch gauges. And you can also get ones that you hold up next to the screw, but I like the ones that you screw in so you can feel the threads. Knife kits is where I would go. TC, just to be I mean, it's literally just knifekits.com, but I'll post a link for you. I don't know what link you're asking for, but if it's the knife kits, there's knife kits. And they have pretty much anything you need. Knife making parts is the one you need to go to right here. Forget that link I just sent. In fact, I'll delete it, but all right, no problem, TC. That's just an easy way. But if you don't know what size threads you have, those little guides. But like I said, I've done a lot of screw hunting and got bags full of screws here, black and silver. And 256, a lot of knives have that. Even Chinese knives that you wouldn't think would be 2mm or 2.5 or 3mm, they end up being 256. And right here, another size that's common. I believe it was 440. Might be pretty common in knives. Or maybe it was 8/32. I don't know. One of these other ones is pretty common too. I've got a bunch of all kinds. So I just have to kind of go through and I can end up finding one usually. So back to the drop point. All right. Templar knife, the razor, Thai Mini Sweeney, we saw that one. Three Rivers, we've seen the Bulldog multiple times. Urban Finback. Yeah, I believe we've seen the Finback, but not that variety. I think that's just ugly. Some of y'all would like that. Be Shady, good morning. Oh, you're good, TC. I don't mind answering stuff in the middle of stuff. It's all good. We got the Archer for $5.99. It is available. You can add to cart. Super cool looking knife. I love the quality of the pictures they got. If you're going to take pictures, take good ones like this. That color difference up by the pivot would drive me nuts on a new knife. I hate seeing stuff like that that look like snails, but they're not really. And it could just be oil from where they oiled the pivot and it just ran down and got there. But I hate seeing spots, smudges like that on new knives. I don't know if y'all can see it, but my eyes are drawn right to it. Whoops. Golden Design sub, yeah, sub caliber. I believe we looked at that one a few weeks back. Caliber. Yeah, we looked at that one. I'm thinking about it, but I've got other knives ahead of it on my list so far. Ooh, the Cedar is an awesome knife. It's been on my list for a while. So I want to get one of these Cedars. Look at that mill blade, man. It's clean. That is a super clean knife. Gotta love the Cedar. All right. And he drops, there's all kinds of versions of it as well. Rob Johnson has some, that Cypress is nice too. And that's a good price on that knife, but I bet when you start going up in the milling patterns, the price goes up. Yeah, it's $91 extra for the 3D cubes. The price isn't going up, but he lets you customize all the colors and so that's not bad on that price on the custom ones. And he has a few versions that are sold out, the custom Cedars. Ron Dobbins, we just showed the Mini Sweeney. I probably won't buy one of those either. I don't know. I wish I could afford every knife I wanted, but I've got to cut back a little bit. I bought too many knives this last week, and I've got to sell some before I buy new ones. But I love the Mini Sweeney. We just looked at it a couple minutes ago. We're back to Olamic table again. We saw those last week, so the Biku, we saw it last week also. John Gray Slitter V2. Oh wow, it's a weird looking knife. I don't like it. I don't like that crazy hand serrated. Yeah. People that would buy that knife are pretty wild to me. Oh yeah, keep it scale, stupid. I forgot I told you I would give you a Kubi. Yeah, you need to get a Kubi in your life if you've never had one. And that reminds me, are we to the end of this first section? Yes. Let me show y'all. So, when I was going through all my my non-titanium Kubis the other night, there was a couple of them that really stood out to me. And I wanted to show y'all one of them that really stood out to me. people like Nick tell me I need to do some videos on my most suggested, like, you know, budget knives and whatever. And this is one that I would suggest everyone try. This one is called the Calce, like calcium. It's CalYCE, Calce. And it's this knife right here, excuse me. And this is a standout Kubi that I like. And I like it mainly because of the blade shape and the harpoon. And it is super comfortable. Yeah, I'm with you too, folks. William, I've got this knife that I kept for you. I'll give you a really good deal on it. Like $10 plus shipping, so like $16, maybe $15. Yeah, I'll do $15, William. I sold the other black one that you liked, but you can have this one for $15. Email me and I sold all the other ones yesterday, but I kept this one for you because you mentioned you liked it. I waited a couple hours on the email and didn't hear back from you, so I kept this one for you. But the action is great on it. It's got bearings. It's centered good. It's got good lockup. And it'll go good with your military attire. But you can see the centering's good on it. Lockup's good. All that. Sorry, William. I just saw you pop in, so I thought I'd respond. But this Calce, C-A-L-Y-S-E, Kubi Calce. Super cool blade shape. Super cool knife. It is one that I would recommend. And then keep it scale stupid. The one that I have an extra of that I will send you for super cheap is well, I could have sworn I had two of one. Maybe they weren't the same knife and I just thought I did. So maybe I lied to you. Yep, I did. I lied to you. But if you want a Kubi, I'll give you a heck of a deal on the best Kubi they make. My favorite Kubi of all time. And that's the Titius. So you tell me which one of these you want, purple or red. And I'll give you a heck of a deal on one that you can't pass up. So, do you want the red one with the black blade? Or you want the purple one with the black blade? It's one of the best Kubis they make. People call it the budget Arius. Great shape. Great first Kubi. Perfect action. You want the purple one? All right, the purple one started life as white, and I dyed this one purple. So you not only get a purple one, but it's a one-of-a-kind purple one. They don't make a purple one. TC, did you want the purple one? I didn't know you wanted this purple one. I said you ought to get it for Jed, but I never heard anything from you. Dang it. He doesn't have a single Kubi, TC. Yeah, I said you could, but I never heard anything back from you, so I didn't know. I'll make another white one. I'll make another purple one out of a white one if you want me to. All I did was dye it. Okay, well, keep it scale stupid. You can't have this one then. I guess I promised it to someone else. Although I didn't realize I did. No, it's all good. TC. I don't want to get rid of both of them. So I don't want to get rid of I want to keep one of the G10 ones. Keep it scale stupid is going to cry. We double booked. I really didn't know. Y'all need to hit me up an email if you really want a knife or something, because I can't keep up with comments. Who says what in the comments? I apologize if you bought lots of knives from me, and I would have sold it to you if I knew you wanted it. I wouldn't even say anything about it. You know I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have offered it to somebody else if I thought it was for you. All right. So it's back on again. Keep it scale stupid. And you can find a white one and dye it purple for pretty cheap. What did Ed say? You've got a Noble with the hollow grind. They all have flat grinds. Oh, Fuchs, that's awesome. Isn't the Titius a great knife? Like, won't this be a great first Kubi for him? Yeah, he's sure keep it scale stupid. He's got tons of knives, and you're kind of a noob, and that's why I wanted to get you a Kubi, because you need to experience a good Chinese knife that's a good budget knife, and this is one of them. As you can see, the action on it's just perfect. Drop shut. William, all these other ones are sold. I'm sorry. Like, a guy bought all these. The only one I have left is this one. But you're welcome to it. But just email me. I just haven't boxed these up yet. So, back to the drop point. So what else we got? Gecko Customs Pictus. Yep. We looked at that one last week. That's a good price on it. So tomorrow... Oh. No, that was last Saturday. Yeah, so why... If it was a week ago, why didn't he link to the website? Like, can't we just go to Gecko Customs and see it now? The specs and everything? Yeah, see? How they going to say, I guess, available for pre-order. Aha. The Pictus. Here it is. Micro milling or without micro milling? With the micro milling, please. Yeah, that's a cool looking knife. I like the curves on it. See what the stats are. 3.6 inch blade. That's plenty long. S90V, Warncliffe, belt satin. Hollow grind, 60 to 62. T8 everywhere. Another cool thing, just looking at this made me think again. So most full titanium knives don't have a reversible clip. But Big Red EDC mentioned about the oh my gosh, the knife, my goodness, the link I put in for the Sabertooth, sorry. it does have a reversible clip, and it's a titanium knife. Yeah, right here. I was going to show y'all this. He was talking about it. Can we see? What are we looking at? Yeah. So he had the same exact reasons.
Mixed in there
Whoops.
and so on, but this one's a little lines of me saying that because you know what I like about Ray's designs. They're pretty, gorgeous lines, typically drop points. Not always. There's some clip points mixed in there and so on.
But you see it has a reversible place for the clip. So
to me,
he gave love to the lefties
for Ray's design. But there was one reason, and one reason only, I jumped on the... okay, that's not true. It's a Monterey Bay knife. It's Ray's design. You guys know I'm a big fan of Ray and his designs. And I may have passed this... I mean, I don't have them all by a long shot. There's several of his designs, Monterey Bay knives, that I don't have. But I looked at this one, and I was like, I've got to get that. I just absolutely have to. So we'll get to that here in just a second. But like I said, Ray Laconico designed Monterey Bay knives. This is a saber tooth. Okay, and you'll definitely see why it's called the saber tooth here in a minute. But titanium handle, titanium clip, reversible titanium clip. I also love that aspect about it. I mean,
yeah,
very cool. Honestly, it's not often that we see a reversible clip on a titanium frame lock, or titanium knife. Not a frame lock, my bad. And it's an inset liner. But still, titanium, we just don't see it. Just don't see it a whole lot. So, you know what? Shout out to Ray for doing that. Not forgetting our lefty friend.
He's about to tell you the main reason he bought it.
Now, the other thing is, this thing comes with oodles of extras. Extra pivot, hardware, bushings. Yeah, everything. Very, very cool. I like that a lot. But back into it. Now, this is not an in-house production. This is...
I want to know who OEMs it to.
China. Not sure who the OEM was. Would love to know, because they did an absolutely fantastic job on this knife. But now, as you can see here, yes, everything's chamfered off, fit and finish, absolutely fantastic, and double bonus for that reversible pocket clip on a titanium knife, 100%. Now, we've got a couple of different deployment methods. You've got the hole, you've got the fuller, you've got a front flipper, which it does front flip very nicely. I mean, it's low profile. It doesn't stick out there a great deal. It does this way a little bit, but it doesn't. We're not talking unicorn horn sticking out there. Flips very nicely. You can definitely thumb flip it, 100%. Reverse flick. Now, I reverse flick off the fuller, just a little bit lower, gives me just a little bit more leverage, and I can do it very easily. So I'm very happy about that. Absolutely 100%. But this is part of the reason why I bought this knife. Not the blade shape. I mean, you can tell why it's called a saber tooth. Holy cow. That's a big old chunk of steel right there. But it's S90V. Yeah. S90V. S90V, full titanium knife. This thing costs $140. That was the reason I jumped all over this knife. It's a Ray design, Monterey Bay knife, titanium handle, S90V, and it was $140.
Yeah, that's exactly what I've been thinking all morning.
You can beat that, really.
Yeah, I don't know how they can afford to sell it for that.
I just don't.
Because they said they make 3 to 4 times markup. So you're telling me somebody made that for $50? Yeah, so that's my value knife of the year so far.
As a lot
of people won't like the blade shape, but
knives, man, when they drop, they sell out. This
it's a Ray design,
not available. Hopefully
clean lines. It looks great when it's closed.
In the near future.
Front flipper.
Yeah, I'm digging.
His normal lines are like this, like the Rosalinda.
Just elegant. No, I did. Yeah, forward. Excellent.
He does a comparison. He shows you the Rosalinda.
Looking at about 3 3/4 inch.
I thought he laid the Rosalinda next to it.
Over. Still, this thing feels absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, there's the Rosalinda. So that's normally raised lines.
The Rosalinda is still, man, that knife. Oh my goodness. You know, I got to show the Rosalinda some love because this knife is just absolutely fantastic.
That's one that's on my list too. I got to get that knife.
Wow, golly.
It hasn't popped up on Knife Swap.
There's your size comparison. This is the full size Rosalinda, of course.
Anyway, that's enough about the Sabertooth.
And I tell you what, this Sabertooth, I am really digging it as well.
All right, so enough of that. Back to the drop point. A-Purvis Blades Primordial. We've already seen that one a bunch. This list seems to repeat itself quite a bit. Tired of looking at that one. If I'm not going to buy it, I need to just buy one and quit looking at it. Overfall, we've seen the Small Explorer, the Hobbit, Sicray Limited, the Slim. Okay, the Slim's the one we looked at, not the Sub Caliber, I guess. I think we looked at both of them. That's another cool knife from Golden Design Works. Rosie Ripper, Mini Ripper, the Arrows, the Bodie. The Wicket Topo, I think we looked at that one too. I don't know that we looked at that exact version, but we looked at a lot of these. RMJ Tactical Sparrow. Another cool little fixed blade. Montana Knife Company Freeze Out. Waterfowl knife. Looks like he is definitely shooting some ducks. That's a rather pricey little knife for the size. All right, Freeze Out Compliance Edgeworks Copperhead. You go through these fixed blades kind of quick. Oh, the Dagger. That's pretty nice. The Dagger, and here's the Copperhead. Yeah, that's a cool looking little knife too. Stonewashed in black or stonewashed in carbon fiber. 3.5 inch cutting edge, so probably 3.75 all the way back there to the handle. Yeah, that's definitely a slicey knife. It's $4.25. It's kind of pricey too. Your buddy bought a Freeze Out last night. Let's go back and look at that one again. The Freeze Out. Yeah, that's one of those like littler steak knife size knives. What's the size of it? Let's look at this one, the gray one. 3-inch blade. It is a cool looking little knife. I'm not a waterfowl hunter, so I mean you can use it. It says for the dedicated waterfowler. There are some people that are hardcore and own like 30 or 40 decoys and really get into it. So I'm sure that knife, specialized knives work for specialized tasks. I mean, you can cut anything with that knife, but It definitely says surgical precision for the dedicated waterfowler. You need you some kind of tanto. Let's see. Copperhead, dagger, half-face blades, multiple customs. Huh. Pretty wild. Oh, there we go. There's the customs. Those look pretty nice. That one looks comfortable. Like you couldn't get it out of somebody's hand. Wow, he makes all kinds of knives, huh? Yeah, that one looks real comfortable. I like that one. I like his kitchen knives too. They look nice. I like his little hatchets too. I like the texturing on the handle. That's super cool. Wait, I'm going to go half-face blades. I'm going to follow him. All right. Jack Wolf's Vampire fixed EDC. Today at 2 p.m. 1 p.m. Central. Those will sell out fast. We looked at those last week and I asked why they had that hump in the middle. I don't know. Oh yeah, TKL's doing his thing. This is a knife Sever YOLO'd last night. Unkovsky, I guess. Yeah. Boy, that box has seen some use. There's some dents in it. Good thing, hopefully the knife was inside it when those dents happened and not done with it. Looks like it's in good condition. Oh, the clip's got some major scratches on it. But you can sand those out. Yeah, the clip had some serious scratches in the middle of it. Right there. Whoops. I don't know why I didn't pause. Come on. You can see them right there. Yeah, you can sand all those away, Sever, so that'll look great. The blade looks good, so that matters more than the clip. Yeah, the Spectra. Yeah, I don't like the Spectra. But yeah, I gotta consider other people's feelings. Yeah, I just don't like the way the Spectra looks. Too long and skinny. Yeah, definitely too skinny. But it's it. Wow, I mean, look how skinny that thing is. It's crazy. Sure, as far as action and stuff, it's a great knife. Yeah, we looked at that last week again. little bit too skinny of a handle for me. I want pre-order is live. Yeah, I want that other one. This one. I want this one. That's the one I'm waiting on. I like the proportions better on it. I like Dylan Mallory though. In fact, the knives, that's funny that we're back talking about Dylan Mallory, because the ones I thought I had a duplicate of that I was going to give Keep It Scale Stupid was this one right here. I thought I had two of these, but this is a Kubi. And it's a Dylan Mallory design. And the one I thought that it was a copy of is the one right here. But it's not. It's a totally different knife. And it's also a Dylan Mallory. The round hole patent ran out, I believe. Drummer. These are both Dylan Mallory designs. Cool little Kubis. What's a Pierre? These aren't a Pierre. Neither one of these is a Pierre. I don't know which one you're calling a Pierre, but neither one of these is a Pierre. Are those CM? Although, okay, they might be a different... These aren't Dylan Mallory. Oh, these are CM? Okay. Yeah, the designer... Okay. I was wrong. Sorry. My eyes couldn't see. I thought that was the DM. I thought that was his logo. But it's a CM. Y'all are right on the CM design part. It is a C. I thought it was a D. I didn't get close enough. It's like it's a blocked off C, so I thought I was seeing a DM. I forgot the names of those knives too. I posted them. I didn't say who made them because I wasn't sure about that maker's mark, but they're called the Carve and the Hide. They're called the Hide and the Carve. I think we're about done with the drop point. Let's see. What else we got on here? Oh, we got a few more. Ballman knives. Cicada. I believe we saw that one with the hand-wrapped handle. Gahagan Customs. Yeah, that looks like another bird. Yeah, that's a bird knife for sure. Good price on it. Warlander. Custom fixed blades. Seen those. Cypress Creek paddle tail. Here's the paddle tail. Tangerine burlap micarta. It's a different kind of shape to the handle. Ranger made knife and tool. Frago, we saw that one multiple times. The fixed blade RR standards, we saw that one. Voyage Blade Works, Outland. Yeah, that was that one we watched. It was $85.
In a world
D2,
that demands
D2 steel, I believe, if I remember right. But it was definitely a good price. In fact, I almost bought one of those because I liked the price so much. Yeah, D2 steel. I thought that might be the one I first start trying to scout carry. I like that one. Whoops. Y'all can't even see what I'm looking at. It's that, sorry guys. It's that little fixed blade,
precision
$85.
and reliability. In a world that demands its blue anodized aluminum handle offers a secure, ergonomic grip, stylish yet unshakably tough. Paired with a custom black Kydex sheath and adjustable belt clip, the Outland stays ready wherever and whenever you are. Proudly designed and manufactured in USA, this knife reflects the American craftsmanship at its finest. Built to perform, built to last.
Yeah, you can't beat that for $85. That's a good little deal. Good morning, Dwayne Letterman. And that one's called the Voyage Blade Works Outland. If y'all want to check it out. Yeah, $85. American made, aluminum, D2, nice little blade. 7 inches overall length, nearly 3-inch blade, 2.87. 59 to 61. Anodized bead and paracord lanyard. Black hardware. Kydex sheath. American made, $85. To answer your question, Ron Dobbins, I like back spacers. I prefer a back spacer over just standoffs, but I prefer an integral over back spacer. So, oh yeah, I put this knife back together. I forgot to show y'all this too. I put this knife back together after we did the rub on it. And it turned out okay too. There's the show side. And there's the clip side. So yeah, the lines turned out good on it too, thanks to Ed's help. Terrible action on it. Washers have got to get worn in on this thing. I've got it probably too tight too. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Scott. But yeah, some of y'all said you've never owned a Spyderco or even held a Spyderco. Somebody said that they've never owned a Spyderco. And if you haven't, you owe it to yourself to at least handle one. And like I said, this Shaman for $28, you can't beat it. Great knife. Great action. But get you a copy and try it out. See how you like it, and then buy you a real one. Which brings me to another point, which is I need to look up some of these boxes. I guess I can do that when we get done with the video here in a second. The amalgam is a pretty cool knife too. Yeah, it's the amalgam. I like some Spydercos because they don't look like a Spyderco. They don't have that big hump on them. And the amalgam is one of the ones that's got clean lines on it. Yeah, Scott, you ought to get you a Shaman to check out. And this is a weird one. I forgot what this one's called. It's got good action too. This one has terrible action because it's on washers. Seems like their lockback ones don't have good action. This is one of the lockback ones on washers. And then this is a lockback one on washers. And it doesn't have the greatest. This is the Contigo, or no, this is the Centofante. And then this one is one of the most comfortable knives ever. It's ugly. But you wouldn't think these handles are as comfortable as they are. But the way the human hand is shaped, when you make a fist, it's smaller at this end than it is up here, bigger at this end. So this bigger end and smaller end, it fits. It's one of the most comfortable knives ever, actually. As far as how much it fills your hand, and your fingers just naturally fit right around it perfect. It's a cool little knife. Oh, Fuchs, you got you a clone? That's pretty wild. I wouldn't have pictured you getting one. You haven't thrown it in the trash yet? Yeah, those Glycon, they're pretty cool little knives. Or big knives, sorry. But yeah, go check out OK Knives and check out their Shamans. They have quite a few. They even have some new ones that have some cool colors. Like I want to get one of these right here just because I want this version right. I want this version right here. But man, you can't beat that knife for $24. Great knife for $24. You can get a carbon fiber one for $35. He even put out some real ones with some real blade steel. There's the one I got. It's $22 now. It was $28. But he put out a couple of versions that had real blade steel. There's an M4 version. Or it's serrated. He made a version of the Shaman, his own brand right here. Right here. So this one has real M390 blade steel or S35VN blade steel, and they're both real steels. I don't know why I don't have one of these, because they're real blade steel, and you can't beat that for $58 for M390. The M390 one is actually $78. and they only have the M390 in the black. I tried to get him to make me a white one with the M390 blade steel, but these have real blade steel in them for 50 or $78 for an M390 Shaman, and it's the Shaman with the square hole. But he made some real blade steel versions of like the. So this one has M390 also. And so does this one. So that's pretty wild. There's not a top steel per se for knives. Keep it kiss. It's all about your but like a lot of the steels that are common today are were considered super steels not long ago. Like S35VN is a super steel, but it's pretty common nowadays. I like M390. A lot of people like Magna Cut. A lot of people like Crewwear. It really just depends. The use too, because like if you're around salt water, you need something that doesn't rust. I like M390. But S90V is good. S35VN is good. Magna Cut's good. It's kind of trendy. But if you look up knife, just do a simple search. Best knife steel. There's all kinds of steel nerds that go through and test everything. But S90V, S35VN, and 14C28N are their favorite top threes, but you got categories: hardness, toughness, wear resistance, corrosion resistance, and edge retention. So all that stuff is different. And here's what they're considering ultra premium. So S110V, S90V, M390, ZDP 189, LMAX 20CV, and then you go down to premium, XHP M4, S35VN, S30V, then high end is 154CM, D2, VG10, N680, upper mid range 440C, Oz 8, 8CR, 14C, lower mid range, but you can find all kinds of knife steels. Just go search it. I was looking at this page, reading those off, but this is Knife Informer, just best knife steel. But like I said, hardness, toughness, wear resistance, corrosion resistance, edge retention. And then here's ultra premium, S110V, S90V, M390, ZDP 189, LMAX 20CV. And you got XHP M4, S35VN. Anyway, Knife Informer, Guide to the Best Knife Steel. It's all about how you're going to be using it, whether you need it around salt water or not. If you want it to hold an edge, keep an edge, sharpen easily, not sharpen easily, cut a glass bottle. Like Spy, what is it, 121 or 127? Is it 121? Spy Rex 121. Whoops. Spy 27 is what I was thinking of. Rex 121 cutting glass. Rex 121 steel.
Let's see if my Rex 121 steel can cut glass. 70 to 71 HRC should have no problems, and as you see, it absolutely does not. You can start cutting glass right around 66 HRC, I believe, or right around there. And this is 70, 71 HRC, so it has no problem cutting glass. In a second here, we're going to see just how well the edge did and whether or not it took a lot of damages.
Let's check it. Catches a little bit. Not too bad, though. It doesn't film.
Yeah, so if you want to cut glass, get Rex 121. TC Blades, yeah, there's Rochambeau has a great spreadsheet for knife steels, but there's people what is it? Is it knives? Is Steel Nerds? Knife Steel Nerds. So the metallurgy and testing, Knife Steel Nerds has knife steel ratings. They have a chart too, but they go through and test everything, the alloys, and tell you the percentages of all the. But here's the ratings according to toughness, edge retention, and corrosion. Maximet is another good steel. Crewware, it just depends on what you want. Stainless steels are down here. So here's a chart with all the toughness and edge retention and corrosion for like LMAX, 154, S90V, S30V, VanX. But Knife Steel Nerds is a good place to go. Good morning, Fred. I thought M4 was your favorite, Nick. .3V is still the best high toughness steel. Yeah, there's some crazy steels out there. But you can go by category also, I believe, on here. Well, it looks like they don't have it. They have whole books on stuff, and Knife Steel Nerds is a good place to go. Well, all right, guys, I'm about to start boxing up the rest of these knives and go to the post office. I've got like 6 boxes of knives to send off today since I sold all those yesterday. I've got some delivery coming in today that I cannot even figure out what it is, but it's got to be a knife. So I've got a box for a John, a Gus, a Ryan, a Shane, and I forgot the guy's name on this box. But yes, schedule change. I cannot stress that enough. The weekends now, it's going to be 9 a.m., not 8 a.m. for the summer. I need an hour to do things when I get off work since the weather's going to be nice. And I'm going to take that for myself. So y'all can sleep in an extra hour while I get something done for an hour. And we're going to start at 9 a.m. on the weekends. So 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Saturday and Sunday. I'm going to put the schedule up as a post on my YouTube. But don't be surprised tomorrow morning if you come here at 8 and I'm not here yet. I might come in early. I'm going to come in the chat and stuff. Yeah, TC, I hadn't even, it was still brand new in the box. I hadn't even opened that one, so sorry it's got a little lock stick. I'm sure you can get it worked out. Fred the Lug, yeah, anodizing's fun, man. If you want a good knife to practice on from Amazon, Fred, the cheapest one I found to practice on And the first one that I did a lightning ano on, it's a Group 1. It's called a Group 1. It's got holes in it. I think it's called a Group 1. Is it Group 1? Who makes it? Dang it. I know this knife like the back of my hand. I know who makes it. Oh, it's that Massillon. No. Hold on. There's a $40 knife that you can practice anodizing on. It's perfect. Let me show you what it is. Hold on. Let me go to my orders. Titanium. It is right here. Monte Carlo Assault Team 1. And of course they're sold out on Amazon because I was looking for it. Well, I had a good version, but it looks like they're sold out, so I'll have to find you another one. It's the first one I ever lightning anode. And let me show you. I'll show you a picture of it. Hold on. Albums, best. All right, here we go. Share, Discord, knife picks, send. All right, there's that picture of it. And then the other side is this one. Share, Discord, knife picks, send. All right. Bring up the Discord, knife picks. It's this knife right here. It's a Monte Carlo full titanium knife. And they were $40. And it's a perfect little knife to practice on. That was my first lightning ano attempt. And there's the clip side. I didn't like the holes, but I liked the $40 price tag. I've still got another one in the box, I think, that I bought to practice on. But I'll try to find you another like $40 titanium, full titanium knife. Oh, that reminds me, I had one more link to show y'all. For a $79, let's see, right here, $39.95 milled titanium frame lock. Right now today, Fred. This is the one you need to get. So this is on sale today. It's from Ontario. Robert Carter Prime Flipper. You can sand it down and practice your anodizing all you want to do. Let me give you the link to it. This is one I forgot. I knew there was one more I wanted to share with y'all today. And this is it. It's a $39.95 full titanium frame lock. It's on sale today from Knife Center. I don't know that it's D2 blade steel, 3.3 inch blade, 8 inches overall. Ontario Knife Company. Perfect little knife to practice on. All you gotta do is run that flat. It's flat too, so you can run it over some sandpaper. Practice anodizing all you want for $40. Fuchs, you didn't even know it was titanium? Never held a magnet up against it? I don't know why I didn't buy one for $39.95. They're normally $99, or they're normally $75, sorry. So there you go, Fred. There's you a good $40 knife to practice on. I wish their shipping wasn't so high. I'd order one. Guess you need to order 2 to get the free shipping. Have you seen it for that price? Yeah, I just ran across it last night in the knife deals page. Let's see what it falls other places. Yeah, it looks like it's that one's ugly colors, boy. It's $50 on Amazon right now, but let's see, Blade HQ, $50. Got a lot of titanium to anodize though. Battle Box. $96 at Battle Box, and it's sold out. Well, all right, guys. Been 2 hours and 6 minutes. Remember, 9 a.m. tomorrow morning and Sunday. You get to sleep in an extra hour. Keep it scale stupid. Hit me up. You got to send me an email. That's the only requirement. You've got to send me an email. People don't want to send me emails. You got to do it. bladealchemy4you@gmail.com, and I will get you this purple knife. We are at episode 92, so 1 week away from episode 99. Actually, it'll be the Saturday. It'll be a week from tomorrow. I think if my math is right. Actually, it'll be, 7 more days from now. Whatever. You don't have to join the Discord if you want to email me. But to join the Discord, all you have to do, you do not have to download Discord. You do not have to do anything. All you have to do is go to my YouTube page. So very, very simple. Go to my YouTube page, go to the top of it, and there's links. There's 2 links. There's one to my Instagram and one to the Discord. Literally, all you have to do is click that link that says Discord, and it'll open in the web browser. Episode 76 is under videos and not under live. Nick. Step 1, go to my YouTube page. Step 2, go to the top. There's 2 links. Step 3, click the link to Discord. Step 4, log in and talk to us. If you want to see, go to videos, and down here you will see there's episode 53 and episode 76 are in the video section. They're not under the live section. But if you go to the playlist and you go to the Blade Talk Daily playlist, they are all listed there. So 53 and 76 will show up. 83, 80, 79, 78, 77, 76, 75, all the way down to 53, 56, 55, 54, 53. They all show up right there. They're all there. The only one not there is episode 1 because I lost it. So it starts at episode 2. But episode 1 is lost to oblivion. I don't know. OBS lost it. YouTube lost it. I don't know what happened. Nick, we're getting really close with the watch hours. I just need another 2 weeks, I think, and we'll be everything will change. No, I'm just kidding. And then you'll be able to send me super chats. No, I'm just kidding. You'll be able to buy whatever those emojis are or whatever. Yep, almost to 100 episodes in a row. Pretty cool, pretty cool. And I wouldn't have been able to do it without you guys. Y'all are what makes it awesome, not me. For sure. Anyway, y'all have a great Friday. We'll be here at 9 o'clock in the morning after I go to a yard sale. Hopefully I'll find some knives at the yard sale and I can show y'all in the morning. That'll be cool on Saturdays and Sundays. We'll get to see yard sale knives. The weather here is supposed to be hot today, so I figure tomorrow will be the first yard sales. And I'm going to hit them up. Everyone have a great day. Scott, Fuchs, Nick, Fred, Ed, Pete, Dwayne, TC, Nick B. Shady, Ron Dobbins, and Ron Crow, Fuchs, I think I already said you, but Mr. Drummer, Mr. Scott, Dwayne Letterman, Sever 7, Keep It Scale Stupid, of course. Make sure to email me, man. I'll get you that Kubi for cheap. Cost of shipping. And we'll take care of it. Y'all go watch Ron Crow's live. When was it? Tomorrow? Or this afternoon or something? No, tomorrow afternoon, yeah. Go support him, and we'll see y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a good one.